Over the years, India has come to be known not just for its cultural diversity, but also for the progress that it has made in many spheres of life. It's this holistic development that has given the country a prominent place on the world map. The insurance sector in India has been through many stages, from being an open, competitive market to being nationalized, and then once again back to a liberalized market.
Thinking about the life insurance industry across the board, it really is a good and a noble industry, but one that we probably don't get full credit for, and we do an awful lot of good for society. So today is all about thinking more broadly about that and what we can do to make a difference in society.
As part of its corporate social responsibility program, MetLife Foundation has gone global with a new mission of bringing financial inclusion to low-income communities around the world. This desire came from the recognition that poor people manage the little they have with tremendous ingenuity and resourcefulness. A focus on financial inclusion has allowed MetLife to take a whole range of financial services to the doorsteps of the poor in India.
Financial inclusion is kind of an interesting philanthropic space. It's a place where you worry about both sustainability and profitability at the same time as doing good. It's kind of difficult to make that balance.
To make its vision a reality, MetLife Foundation has been re-energized, reimagined, and recommitted to the goal of ensuring financial inclusion. It is built on three powerful pillars: access to knowledge, access to services, access to insights.
When a low-income family has access to the right services, to savings, it can help avoid a financial calamity, it can put a child through school, help start a small business.
The aim was to make it real, to have our 40 senior leaders, and I want to show our 20,000 associates around the region that this is important to us. We spend our short amount of time together focusing on issues like that. And if we can use that to leverage other people's enthusiasm and the power of all of our associates to get involved with this, we can make a real difference.
While many people believe that the poor don't have financial lives because they don't have money, the truth is the exact opposite. It's precisely because the poor have so little money that they actually need to manage it that much more carefully.
आजकल क्या है, धोखाधड़ी का ज़्यादा चल रहा है, क्यों कोई चीज़ रखता है, कोई कागज़ मांगता है, कोई बोलता है कि हम 10% से देंगे, 5% से देंगे, क्योंकि हमारे बस की इतना नहीं लेना होता, क्योंकि हम मजदूर आदमी।
हमको अच्छा लगा कि ना किसी को पता चलता है, ना अड़ोस को ना पड़ोस के, किसी से लेने जाओगे तो आपके बेइज्जती घर पे आके करेगा वो बंदा।
And the common tragedy of poverty is that the poor can't make the most of what little money they have. And one of the key things about having a corporate foundation involved in this space is that you can be part of finding some of the solutions to the problems that the poor have with their money and making their lives better.
When you look at poverty in India, you have about 600 million people who are financially excluded and are poor, bulk of them in the rural area, and a very fast-growing population in the urban, semi-urban area. Financial inclusion is one of the major contributor to removing poverty.
Insights from fieldwork gathered over the past 5 years is applied to an operating system. The key idea is to map the current financial lives of these people in order to create financial goals for them. It's based on this that products that are suitable for them are selected.
Our total borrower base is near about 4,000. If we'll see about the documentation part, Like we are just with the mere documents, nominal documents like voter ID and their address proof, we are providing loans. But if you will compare with the bank, they are doing the land mortgage and different type of mortgages are there. Even for property also they have to submit in the bank.
घर का पैसा हम कैसे बचा सकते हैं और क्यों बचाना चाहिए, और कर्ज अच्छा कर्ज क्या है, बुरा कर्ज क्या है, तो अगर सोच समझ के कर्ज लेंगे तभी तो हम पैसा बचाएंगे।
उनका का तरीका मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि नहीं किसी को हम ब्याज कम देंगे ये हमें, और नहीं किसी के पास हम कागज़ धरेंगे, ना किसी के पास हम चीज़ धरेंगे। अपनी चीज़ सेफ्टी है हमारे पास, उनके पास। मैं भी सिलाई करती हूँ बच्चों के लिए, क्योंकि बच्चों के ये चलो कोई अच्छा भविष्य बन जाए।
कह रहे हैं कि हम लोगों की तरफ से सब अच्छा हो और भगवान करे इससे आपको बहुत फ़ायदा हो और आप लोग इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करिए ताकि आपका घर भी अच्छा खुले पड़े और सबको फ़ायदा हो।
जो मतलब हमारे ये उज्जीवन है वो पहली बार उसमें जाओगे तो आपको 25% में मिलता है, और वैसे 24% में दूसरी बार में। और जो हम मतलब उज्जीवन से लेंगे तो अपने डायरेक्ट पहुंचा तो देंगे, टाइम से भी चला जाएगा और उसमें ब्याज भी चला जाएगा आपका, वो भी चला जाएगा पैसा भी।
Impactful day for me and for the other colleagues who visited the people using the microfinance institution, the people who are using the very small loans that they're able to access from these institutions to really create a better future for themselves and for their children, and really doing some things that are remarkable given the circumstances that people find themselves in.
Completely an eye-opener. It was real, it was emotional, but most of all very exhilarating, I think. It was a day that was quite full, but I must say that what happened to me was I came away feeling inspired and motivated by the people that I met.
My father succeeded sort of on his own and didn't have the focus that is now existing on this segment and the concepts like microfinance and things like that. It's so wonderful to see the structural and institutionalization of solving this problem.
These were a group of women who had so many challenges thrown at them, and yet they were positive, they were confident, they were full of energy and completely entrepreneurial in the way they approached, life.
It's very, very powerful for me to see our group out there in these communities, really seeing the difference that the foundation makes to people's lives. It made us very proud in terms of MetLife, and I was very proud of the way our team conducted themselves.
The key thrust of financial inclusion is to give more people the opportunity to pursue more from life. And with a reputed name like MetLife behind the movement, the many low-income households that are struggling to make ends meet can be sure of greater self-sufficiency.